So I said I'd push the campaign over the break, and I did. And that was a very unexpected war that occurred.
And you best believe that this is going to have some major global implications here. I don't think that the war between Colombia and Argentina will be very close at all. I think that it'll be kind of a landslide where Colombia will easily take it, I believe. But we'll see. Yeah, I think that even if Colombia has to lose like all of their military, if they still are able to take over Argentina here completely, they're going to get a lot of power. And first of all, no one's going to be able to attack Colombia. They don't border anybody significant. Nobody. Obviously, Cuba, Mexico, I mean, maybe the British, but, the British are having a tough time. Don't get me wrong, they've done better than they have in the past, but they're having a tough time. So Siam was going after the Ottomans. Now they're going after Spain. I don't know what Siam is doing. This is going to be very, very big. And I completely forgot about a possibility of a Latin American war at this point. Obviously, maybe within the first few videos, Latin America was a really interesting point in the campaign. But after like maybe video 6 or 7, it just, boom. It was just stability in the region. They never really went after it again. Actually, no, there was this point where it was Colombia and Argentina, but that was a long time ago. Now Zulu going after Spain. So like I said, is that even if Colombia loses a lot here, they won't be attacked by anybody as long as they take over these cities. They will be fine. They really, remember Colombia was like that really, well, first of all, they got to peace out. Colombia needs to peace out with Mexico. They need to peace out with Cuba. They got to stop wasting their time and their energy fighting in the north. They are not going to be able to take this over. They will have a much better time trying, at least, to take over Argentina. So these submarines should be able to absolutely demolish the Argentinian fleet. But you never know. Like I said, this might not be as one-sided as I'm thinking, but Argentina is clearly behind in technology, vastly behind in technology. I actually don't know the exact combat strength of the paratroopers, but obviously there are infantry units here versus Great War infantry, so there will be a pretty big difference. Wow. Lots and lots of things are happening here. Why did the submarines move up north? Why did those Colombian submarines move up north? So this will either be, I think, this could either lead to, well, let's see, it won't really lead to the fall of Colombia, but what it could lead to is the Colombians kind of establishing themselves as a fourth great power. Obviously, we have the three, Korea, Canada, and France, I'd say in that order, from least to last, or from least to first. But if Colombia takes over all of Argentina here, which is, I think, certainly a possibility, then where do we place Colombia at? It would still be a pretty big war. Would they be ahead of Korea, for instance? I don't know. And at this very same time, Colombia is still beginning their attack on Spain, which is ballsy. They should probably retreat. They're involved in maybe 3-4 wars. I can't remember if they're still at war with Cuba. They are still at war with Mexico and Spain. Not sure about the Cuban War. It seems like they've been at war for a really long time, and they just decided never to peace out. So we need to definitely keep our eyes on this. The Australians could be the only, I think, nation to pose a threat to Colombia for some reason. And I believe that because Australia has shown that they are more than willing to send out, a pretty big fleet and have successful attempts at attacking. Ooh, the Ashanti are going to war with the Ottomans now. Oh, that's actually a big deal because they share this front here. Oh, good move for the Ashanti. Wow. All right, that's impressive. Smart move there. The Australians are the only ones to have success going out and doing some sort of naval invasion. When they took over Honolulu, that was big, and they took over the other city. They took over all of the Hawaiian Islands, and I thought that was pretty impressive by the Australians. So I believe that they can do it, but there really, I don't think, is any tension between those two nations. And obviously that would have to mean that Colombia needs to lose this drastically. I don't know who has the bigger military at the moment. We're nearing turn 500, but we'll probably check over the info addicts in the next video. Don't really want to check it out now. Want to focus in on these wars, focus in on what the Ashanti are going to do. They should have success against the Ottomans. Obviously, the Ottomans are just simply not able to reinforce as much as maybe they'd like to the Carthaginian city. I mean, they'll destroy a few cities, but they'll destroy a few units, but that's about it. Siam has denounced Korea. Ooh, interesting. And maybe Mecca will fall. Oh, wow. I was wrong. I was totally wrong about that. The Zulu and France are going to share a very interesting border now. Especially because if there's any African power that could take on, I think, Napoleon, it would have to be, it would have to be France. Or it would have to be Shaka, right? I feel like it. I mean, I don't know. We don't have enough experience with the Ashanti and the Congo, but if you've been following me for a long time, you'll know that the Zulu have been traditionally powerhouses in Africa. So it would be interesting to see the Zulu. I mean, obviously they're not ready right now. They would need some time. Yeah, see, I think the Koreans were going to take over Mecca, but I think Shaka's going to do it right before. Or maybe the Koreans will go after the Zulu. Who knows? Bam, there it goes. So they might still go after Egypt, that is Korea, to destroy this final city. But we'll see. They don't really have any units up there, so I don't know. Man, Korea really doesn't have very many land units at all. Like I said, most of their naval power has got to, I think, definitely comes from their eastern coastal cities. It has to. Still would love to see a Korean invasion of Japan. That would be like a dream come true, I think. It would just be interesting to watch. Because Japan, it wouldn't be easy, I don't think. With all these submarines, too, I think the AI would have some difficulties, but it would be very fascinating to watch. Yeah, there's like kind of a pretty big force here sitting by Sydney. Not sure what Australia is doing. All right, let's see what Colombia does. Let's see if they reinforce their submarines. They've got to do something about these fleets, or else this Argentinian fleet, or else Panama's going to get taken here. So I think they're going to focus their attack on La Plata for now. Yep, they definitely are. But Panama is completely undefended. Oh, they're lucky that Argentina didn't decide to siege out Panama, which is arguably a much stronger city. If they lost Panama, that would be a pretty big blow to them over just taking La Plata, because Panama is going to go down to 9 pop. La Plata would go down to about 5. I think there would be a pretty significant difference, obviously, if Argentina just swapped cities with them. Yeah, I don't think they can do this. They have a lot of forces up here. And actually, this could be the reason why Colombia doesn't ever have too much success in this Latin American war, because look at all the units that they're sending in after them. Even if they take Santiago here, does Colombia really expect to keep it? No, I don't think so. What Colombia needs is they either need to get smarter. Yep, so that's what they were going to do. They were meaning to go after Mecca, but instead they will just go and destroy this final Egyptian city. I don't know what they're going to send up that way. I guess they could do it with probably a few paratroopers, and that's it. So they weren't going to go after India. I kind of would have liked to have seen that, but we'll see. Just because I've never seen anyone take over India. We have never seen that happen. And I figured if anyone was going to take them over this time, it would be in this campaign, because the Himalayas are not there. Still a lot of rough terrain for an AI to move through, but I figured it would happen here, but I guess not. Cuba's denounced Mexico. Has Ashanti already processed their turn yet? Wonder what's going on between the African powers now. Zulu obviously had a lot of strength. Ooh, the Australians are launching some sort of sneak attack as well. Maybe against Spain. Yeah, there are 3 African powers. The Zulu and the Congo have grown significantly in strength, as well as, since I think the Ashanti have seen that, they're trying their own attempts to grow. And luckily for them, the Ottomans have no range units, which means that these privateers will not make any difference to the siege of Carthage. The problem with Ashanti is that they've built way too many melee units. Oh, let's go to Latin America before the Colombians process their turn. Let's see if the La Plata siege begins. See, one good thing about the Colombians is they have a Pacific fleet and I can't even talk right now, and an Atlantic fleet. So I almost messed that up too. Fleet. So that's one good thing. Okay, Argentina's rebuttal was not very strong. There are still several units still left. Napoleon, obviously, number 1 civ we like to visit the most, apparently. France has launched this. Ooh. France is currently marching a surprise attack towards... So I've noticed a difference between this notification and another notification that the spies say. This notification, I think, is a little bit more reliable than the naval notification, the naval escort notification. Let's see if that comes true. But it looks like, let's see where their armies are moving towards first of all. Maybe the French might be attempting to destroy the Ottomans here finally. We've kind of assumed that that's been on their list of things to do for a while now. Or I guess the British or the Danish or the Spanish. I mean, they could pretty much have destroyed anybody. It looks like it might be for Spain, but I don't know. I mean, there seems to be a little bit more land units in Barcelona, in northern Iberia, than there has in the past, but we'll see. Ooh, the British got access through Spanish territory. That's big because they can now reinforce. I really hope that that's spy notification. I hope we have found something out new here. Yep, look at that. Colombia's retreating, I think. They're done. They're going to go back down south and I think focus on Argentina. Panama is under siege. It is under siege briefly here. It's a crazy, crazy world. I don't think we've ever seen borders like this before. Just looking at the minimap every time I look at it, it just shocks me every time. I can't believe that so many nations have been, first of all, eliminated, as well as just the border. I mean, it's funny because France has never had a campaign like this before. France has never been this dominant, which is amazing to see. It's so nice that there's always like new civs in every campaign that are doing better. It's really cool to see that change happen so frequently. Let's see what the Ashanti do in North Africa. They pressed forward, but they didn't attack the city. Carthage is not an easy city to take. It does look like maybe the French are going to go after the Ottomans. This would be a big city for... Ooh. So they took that over pretty fast. La Plata has fallen. Let's see what Argentina does. They could take it back maybe. No, not with one great war infantry. Bam, they're dropping paratroopers deeper. Oh, that dude just got destroyed like that. Did you see that? Holy crap. Like negative 602 points. Like, why did it go so above? That was crazy. Napoleon's plotting against Japan. Yeah, so those paratroopers dropping, it's actually a pretty good strategy for the AI to do because it forces Argentina to retreat back to destroy that unit, and it doesn't let them continue with their offensive siege. Like, they need to protect Panama, first of all. They need to send something over there. Mobile SAM. Colombia also really doesn't have much of an air force either, so they can't use that too much. Yeah, so they've retreated from Santiago. Good move, Colombia. And I'm thinking, if they're smart, the submarines will come and destroy everything that remains over here. They're going to need something to take over the Falklands. And that's ultimately the only way they're going to actually destroy Argentina, which I don't think they're going to have a problem with because they do have, like I said, a Pacific and Atlantic fleet. And, of course, they control the Panama Canal, which has been, I think, a pretty big help to them. British submarine. Spain, what you going to do, man? What you going to do? Yeah, I don't think that notification meant anything. I thought I might have maybe accidentally discovered something big here, but I guess not. I'm disappointed. Oh, are the Koreans attacking yet? Nope, they're about to, though. So the Egyptians will be destroyed. Again, another nation that would fall. Hey, where did this mobile SAM come from? I'm sorry, anti-aircraft. I always confuse those two units. I feel like they have very similar icons, but that's probably just crack, I think. Yeah, no, I mean, well, where's the mobile SAMs at? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's see if the Ashanti actually grow some balls and go up in there. Come on, man. I know you have a lot of melee units, and that's making things very tough for you. But there you go. Okay, so start attacking the city. They need more range. They are going to have trouble taking over Carthage, and they'll lose a lot of units in the process. Let's see what Colombia does. Bam. Okay, so they did a slight pushback as well as... what is this? Formosa. Formosa will probably fall. More paratroopers falling from the sky, not falling like the way Argentina's falling. Argentina just declared war on Egypt. Apparently they think they have a chance. Oh, man. I think Panama will fall to the control of the Argentinians. Not for very long, but for a little bit. And that is going to be bad because that's a bigger city. That's a much bigger city. Oh, man, Colombia, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? These machine guns might be good for the Ashanti to utilize, if they have like some good promotions. If they can attack twice, logistics or something. That way they don't have to attack across the river. I know that's a pretty bad move. It'll take Korea, I think, a while to get over this way. Oh wow, they've got giant death robots. I didn't see any giant death robots that France had. I don't think I saw any French giant death robots. Did anybody else feel like that was a really cheesy, unique unit when they announced that? I thought that was very cheesy, but that was just my... it kind of has vanished in my mind because I don't play very much late game. But, man, I thought... It's funny, initially, I didn't really like the idea of XCOM units either. I'm a big XCOM fan now, so I changed my opinion of that, but I still think giant death robots are pretty cheesy. Why couldn't we have just come up with a pretty cool name? Ooh, so France heavily reinforcing No Bamba. No Bamba. How's this going? Everything is fine here, somewhat. They need to really reinforce. If they only grab like 2 cities because of this, then that will not be worth it. So clearly there are still coalition wars going on, just nothing much more than that. Let's see what the Ashanti do. The coalitions, but like there seems to be a lot of, wars of just. See, what the heck are you doing? You just healed yourself. That's all you did. Okay, let's see what happens here. So they'll take this over next, but let's see what kind of damage Panama takes. Well, they'll only take 1 privateer attack. The Great War Infantry will destroy himself. Actually, this other Great War Infantry will attack too. Ooh, you better you gotta move the submarines down, man. You're making a huge mistake. Hey, I'm surprised Santiago has fallen this much in health, though. But if Spain doesn't lose units, then France will probably not join in. Neither will the British. France has denounced Mexico. Still a few kind of conflicts, a few little sieges, skirmishes going on in Central America because of that conflict. The Ottomans have denounced Korea. Well, that's because they're about to... well, that's pretty smart because they're going to take over Egypt right now. Will they take it over right now? Did Korea just process it? Oh, no, here they go. So that giant death robot will probably just be able to walk in. They've got 2 of them. Wow. Okay, well that's impressive. I guess they can't just walk in. Didn't take much damage back. Yeah, so Egypt will fall next turn. Really don't know if that's going to make that much of a difference in the processing of turns, but still, we can look at the bright side of things. So there's going to be 1 mobile SAM here. And I take it, the anti-aircraft and mobile SAM icons really don't look very much like, but I don't know, I get confused sometimes. Obviously. Formosa will fall, then it will probably begin the Siege of Buenos Aires. I think when Panama begins the Siege of Buenos Aires, more than likely, I think Argentina will fall back. But we'll see. But I'm actually going to stop it right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.